Assalamu alaikum.
How are you, Faizan?
I'm good, sir. Thank you.
Today, now you introduce yourself to all of us.
So my name is Sayyid Faizan Haider Zaidi. I was born in Rawalpindi. Soon after my birth, I along with my family moved to Rahim Yar Khan, from where I got my initial education till class 4. Then on I moved to Karachi, from where I completed my education till my A-levels. And then I moved to Lahore, from where I got my undergraduate degree in accounting and finance from LUMS. Currently, I'm living in Islamabad. I've moved here. So I've lived in multiple cities all my life. Apart from this, sir, throughout my academic and professional journey, I've shown 3 consistent traits. One is my ambition. The second is my ability, consistency in achieving those ambitions. And third is my ability and desire to learn diverse set of skills and knowledge. These 3 traits have essentially allowed me to get internships at some of the top multinationals, represent Pakistan in debating, and excel at sports as well. And after that, I realized that my destiny lies in CSS, and therefore I gave the exam, and today I have the pleasure of sitting with you people.
Okay, thank you. So, I hope you have prepared yourself for the interview.
Yes, sir. I've tried my best.
What do you expect that? What type of question you will be asked?
Sir, so the general...
You just name the topics which you have prepared that you anticipate that these questions could be.
Sir, I feel that they'd ask me about my optionals because accounting and business are non-conventional optional subjects. I feel that they will ask me about that. Current affairs, I feel I will be asked about particularly with regards to what's happening in USA because I have US history as an optional. And I feel some questions regarding my operational efficiency when it comes to my preferences. I feel that these are the questions which will primarily be asked.
ये तो 3 question है यार.
Sir,
only 3 topics.
Within these, I feel that there are multiple dimensional dimensions.
Chale, you are multi-dimensional.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, I think you were born in the last century, in the 20th century.
Yes.
What are the major events of the last century which you remember?
Sir, the 2 world wars, I feel that they defined a lot of things. And then during the last century, I feel that the rise of Islamic militancy, which culminated in 2001 9/11 attacks, I feel that these 2 I would primarily consider.
How many years are in a century?
100.
So you start from 1901
Yeah.
and you conclude 2000.
2000.
It's a huge
Yes.
time. तो कुछ और नहीं याद आता?
Sir, formation of Pakistan obviously is an important event as well. But the events I pointed out were more in a global context, how they have impacted the world order as it is right now. I feel that those are the 2 events, the world war.
What are your views about this Brexit? Do you think it is good for European Union or bad?
So for the European Union, I feel that they have got a good deal. The deal that they've got right now, they're happy with it. I feel that the problem will be for the United Kingdom. In fact, European Union will survive regardless. The problems will be with the United Kingdom, I feel.
How?
So because now they have taken a step which...
The nation which has ruled the world for whole of the centuries.
Yes. Sir, I feel that exactly that is the reason.
Do you think they have not thought about all these things?
So when populist rhetoric takes precedence over
they had
politics,
plenty of time after a referendum. They have been thinking for 2 long years.
Sir, I feel that once the populist rhetoric sets in, it is very difficult to roll it back. And I feel that decisions made under the pretext of that populist rhetoric are oftentimes, as we have seen in Pakistan, are oftentimes counterproductive. And I feel that now they have essentially this country which has ruled over the world over centuries has taken a step which is irreversible in nature, and the consequences of which obviously we will see in the future, but I feel that they will be...
What are their arguments, positive arguments, what they think, what they have gained?
So they feel that the United Kingdom is now going to be a much more uniform country, in a sense that now they will not have the European immigrants coming in. They will be, that is the first. The second is that they feel that they will be more independent in their decision making in terms of their trade laws, in terms of who they want to trade with, who they want to give immigration status to, and all of those things.
Now they have got the whole world, the whole American continent, Australia, Canada. They will have independent relations, because here in the European Union they were stuck up because of the European Union.
Sir, I do not feel, yeah, exactly, that independence they will have. That is the argument that they give. And third argument which they give is that the less fortunate in the United Kingdom, or the people who are hardworking people, who you call the working class, they will now be economically advantaged because of the immigrants not coming in. I feel these are the three primary arguments that they give.
What is the definition of crime?
So crime is an act or omission which is contrary to the laws which have been stated, and when a moral value is codified in the constitution or in a law and then it is broken, it becomes a crime.
How do you see the future of democracy in Pakistan?
Sir, I feel that the future of democracy is bright. I feel that we are living in times where any other option other than democracy will be very hard to justify and to implement.
You say that it will be good, but on what ground you are saying?
So I'm saying that because we are no longer living in the 1900s. We have a free media. We have an educated civil society, a civil society which is willing to stand up on certain principles, not all principles, but still certain principles they're willing to stand up on. And the third, I feel that now, after 3 consecutive transitions of power, the people have had a taste of political participation. Particularly over the last 10 years, the political participation has increased. And so now people are no longer ignorant about how their country is being run or who's running them, who's running the country.
How do you assess the performance of this government for the last 2.5 years?
Sir, I feel that this government has the benchmark that it set for itself has not been met. Undoubtedly, it has not been met. But despite that, there are positives to look into as well. Our problems are structural. So you cannot expect one government to come in and make sweeping reforms. The structure needs to be corrected, and I feel that we are on the path of making those structural adjustments.
Can you tell me what are the implications of COVID-19 on our society? Not economic side, social side.
Social side. Sir, first, I feel that what I've noticed in my personal capacity is now the sense of family, which was slowly deteriorating, has again sort of come up, because children who were excessively, going to schools, colleges, universities, jobs, they've got time to spend with their families. And in my personal capacity, I've seen that is a positive thing which has happened. The other thing, sir, I feel that the concept of self-sufficiency has come into our society, in which we have decided to take matters into our own hand when it comes to education. We are now more self-reliant in terms of we have gone towards online education. Our systems have gone online. A third thing, sir, a social transition which has taken place because of COVID is now we have realized how important healthcare is for the country, how important sustainable healthcare and disaster management is for the country. And I feel that is a very good thing. The fourth thing which I feel is very important is that we have, in a disaster situation, we have implemented this hybrid model in which we had the political leadership and operational capacity of other institutions. And this has proven to be very successful. And so now we have a model on how we can deal with future problems if they arise anytime.
Thank you.
Why there is upsurge in violence in Afghanistan?
Sir, yes.
Recent upsurge.
So we have seen that the Taliban operate under the model which is fight and negotiate. This was a model which was initially started by the United States of America, but the Taliban have actually implemented it over the last few decades, where they fight and they negotiate, they fight and they negotiate. They do it all the time, and they do these things simultaneously. Taliban, in an attempt to strengthen their position on the negotiation front, are sort of engaging in violence. This is the first factor. The second factor is that there is also space which is being exploited by other non-state actors, which include IS and certain other factions.
Section 6 of the Constitution was amended in the 18th Amendment. What amendment was that, or is that?
Sir, I cannot recall what amendment was made in the Section 6 of the Constitution.
You know what is Section 6?
No, I am not aware.
Of the Constitution. Very important, you should know about it.
I will read upon it, sir.
How will you evaluate the working of our bureaucratic machinery?
Sir, I feel that our bureaucratic machinery has been problematic in a lot of ways. While it has had its positives, I feel that it is important to outline the negatives at this point in time, because the negatives have been very far-reaching in terms of their impacts. These negatives, I feel, include that this machinery is outdated in terms of we have not really tried to improve up on the bureaucratic machinery which we inherited after partition. That is the first thing. The second thing, I feel that there's an excessive divide between the bureaucratic machinery and the population. I feel that this divide needs to be bridged so that bureaucrats are not thought of as the rulers. In fact, they're thought of in reality as civil servants. I feel that is a second thing about bureaucratic machinery. I feel the third thing, we are still living in the times of paper and files, where the world has moved on to information technology, e-governance, and we have seen some institutions move on to that model. We have NADRA and we have these sort of institutions who have inculcated information technology in their operations. I feel if the bureaucratic machinery as a whole improves on this, we can go a long way.
Prime Minister Inspection Committee on Administrative Reforms has put up quite a number of proposals to the Prime Minister for improving the working of bureaucratic machinery. Can you tell us about those proposals, about a few of them?
Sir, so from what I had read up on and from what I remember, the first one was some reforms were regarding recruitment, in which it was argued that people who select groups in which they want to go into should give the exams of the optional subjects with regards to the group they want to go in. So if someone wants to go into the police service, they should have criminology. If someone wants to go into foreign service, they must have international relations. That is one of the reforms. The other was, I think they also argued about security of tenure, which is a controversial topic, and there was no conclusion, I feel, which was reached regarding this. The third, and I think Mr. Ishrat Hussain argues vehemently about it, is increasing the sort of financial compensation and bring it to market level at least for the bureaucrats. I feel that these are three of the reforms which I remember from the many which were given.
One of your weaknesses you have mentioned is overthinking.